All right, well, we're back on the four-wheeler again. We got all the parts that we know that we need, so hopefully we can get it together. Our major deal for the day, or what we want to accomplish today, is to get the motor mounted, get the motor mounts made, and get it mounted in the frame, and get the belt drive on so we can make sure that we have the right belt drive and that we are going to be able to use what we have. Might have to order a couple more parts after we get that on there, but we've got to figure that out first. As you can tell, we got the engine hoist in here holding the motor up because we got to get the front motor mount off and get it slotted and drilled, and we got to drill the frame too. So hopefully we can get my drill in there and drill out the hole and make it a little bigger, or actually it's a whole nother hole. Yeah, our goal is to get the motor done today. So we're going to bust at it here real quick, and hopefully it won't take too long. We'll come right back at you. We're going to shut you down and get the rest of the area set up. All right. As you can see on this side, a little bit better angle. We got the engine in here. We got it just lifted up enough to hold it because we got to get it moved around. We got to be able to move it around. But what he's working on is the front mount up here. And once we get that out, we're going to get over on the drill press and drill it out. And then we got to drill the hole in the frame, like we said earlier. Come on, Kyle, let's get that one out. Let me get on the other side and hold the bolt. Okay. Can you get to that on the other one? You on it? Huh? Can you get on it? Yeah. All right, go. Go. Keep going. No. There you go. As you can see, here's the mount. We're going to have to make it a little bit longer because we got to pull the motor back, and we got to drill another hole in the frame. So got to figure out how I want to do this. Alright, so we got to lift up the front of the four-wheeler to drill from the bottom. I can't get inside there of the frame, get the motor in there, so we're going to pick up the four-wheeler. So lift the hoist down, Kyle. So what we're doing right now is I got to drill in a hole into the frame so we can get the motor mount moved back. So get this precision. Smoking again. 12 volt DeWalt. Don't buy them. Hey, Fowler, give me a quarter. Get the thing over there up the wall. Behind you. Fowler! Huh? Just one more step. So as you can tell, our cart, the brakes don't work. But our biggest concern was this piece was hidden here when we put that bolt in and tilt the motor. Right there is where the motor needs to be, I think. And to prove my theory, where's the back shield? Right there. Kyle, hold all this up. Is that these 3 bolts need to line up in here. 1, 2, 3. And then this rubber gasket needs to line up right here. If all that lines up true, then our belt drive and everything that we have should work. So there's 1, 2, 3. This little ring right here goes on and seals off the actual cover. Guess it only goes on one way. Keep turning, keep turning. Like that right there. So, lines up, lines up, lines up. Like that. And what we'll do, we'll put silicone on all of these, get them all nice and sealed up so we can take it through some water and not worry about getting the belt wet. And that was our biggest problem right there. Or not our problem, our concern. But there it is. We need to rotate just a little bit. The motor needs to go down just a little bit. So we're not out of the water yet. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to cut these holes just a little bit bigger so we can move this bracket around to get it to help center up on the transmission. This is turning out to be a huge project. I thought it would be way easier. And alright, what we're going to try to do is cut this top bracket so we can mount it to the motor and then mount this to the bushing or the top mount on the frame. Bring them together, weld it together so we kind of know that the motor is centered where it needs to be within the frame on the top. We think we've got it figured out how to mount the motor. It's been kicking our butt, literally. We'll explain it to you here in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. Come on, Kyle, give me some power. Kyle can't get it unplugged. There, too late. But hopefully what I'm thinking about, when we bolt this to the motor, we bolt this, it'll come into something like this. It might be at an angle. That'll be fine if we can just get it spot welded together. It's enough to hold it to get the motor put in. So we can determine that it's in the right position for belt alignment. Alright, so we're going to sit you around here and move back around, look at things real quick, and then we'll come right back. Alright, what you see is the top mount right here is actually lined up pretty good after we cut it. I mean, all we're going to do is just go back and kind of spot weld the crack. See the crack right there coming under. We'll weld that back together. I think the motor needs to be twisted just a little bit to go in there. I think we're finally getting it to go where it needs to be. And then we got the piece back here, the breather tube, that was in our way is all lined up. And take you around to the other side. Now, I got this hole bolted in. This one here, we're going to drill out, put another hole in it, and we're going to drill this one out and put the bolt in. But this is all bolted together. So we got all of that. Now, you can't see it, but there's supposed to be a mount under here that holds the back of the motor that we're going to have to make as soon as we get that top mount made. And then we got the front mount in here. Right in there. It's all bolted in. We just got these stuck in there right now because we've been moving the bracket in and out for a while, a couple times. But it's working out pretty good. Luke is about to set up the welder and start welding here. So we're going to step back and let him weld that top bracket. And then I'll get you some welding, some more footage of him welding. All right. Go ahead, Luke.
Marty?
Oh. It's alright, it doesn't screw on, you're good. Oh, alright, so. We'll let two more up there. Make sure you do a circle. Pull the trigger. These are too close. You're too close to the piece of welding. Damn it! Caught me right in the chin. Oh, you're not going to. Oops. That's in your way.
Spot where we already welded.
Try that. Give it up on the tip. Too much. See how it bubbles out? Too much on it. That's alright. We'll weld the other side and then you can grind all that off. Alright, if you can see the bracket here, what we're going to do is I'm going to cut this all the way out, notch this hole, and then I'm going to cut this so I can bend it. I think there's a way to make this work if we able to bend it up into the motor, and then I cut this slot all the way out so we can get a bolt in there, and then we'll come back and where this is going to separate, we can weld that back up, that gap, to hold it up together. So here I'm going to go ahead. Alright, so let's see if we can bend this. Alright, let's try that, Kyle. Man, oh man, oh man. This video, it kicked our butt trying to get this thing mounted. And we've got it mounted. I got this stuck on there. I got to get the tool to pull it off so we can show you how we got it mounted. We got this bottom mount we got to fix too. It's like you saw it earlier in the video where we had to split it to get it to work. We're going to have to go back and beef it up and weld it so it's flexing a little bit. And then we tried to start it, get video of it running and see if the clutch would work. Can't get the thing started, so it's kicking our butt today. Definitely kicked our butt today. But the motor's in. We got to finish tweaking it. It's mounted. Kind of hits the gas tank a little bit, so we'll have to work that out. Like I said, every time you move one thing, it interrupts something else. But as far as I'm concerned, it's done. We're ready to start bolting it together. So watch out for videos for me and Kyle rebuilding the front knuckles, front dry shafts, and putting new boots and greasing those up. We got all that stuff. We gotta get a bolt that holds this on, and I think that's the only thing we've really got to figure out what goes in there and holds that together, because we can't find none of the parts to hold it together. But it's stuck on there, so we can't get it back off. Our oil cooler's leaking. Like, we trying to start it this time, it's just leaking off the motor, pumping oil through it. Not even running this time, and it's leaking. But yeah, hopefully in the next couple videos we'll get it on the ground. So I think this